again. And we're going to try these lips and then we're going to move on. We don't want them to be too much. This is the last day I'm going to do this picture. We're going to do the rest of the face. And then we're going to move on. Mm. Yes. So welcome, welcome. Hmm. Mm. We're going to move on. Yes, yes, yes. After this. You don't have to do all of everything at once, though, you know. You can do some of it and, oops, go back. And put the lips in the depth. Just a little. Yes. Just a little. So, how is everybody today? This is dark brown. we use this up here, there is a indentation of everybody's mouth that connects to your nose that you really don't, you just want to give the illusion that it's there, you know, in the corners of the mouth. Just kind of want to give the illusion. But that's why they call it depth. The part in between the curve of the mouth and the chin right here. In college art, you learn a lot about anatomy if you've never taken it in school. You learn a lot about it in art. Not in a disgusting way, but how to bring depth to something, you know? Now, once you have this, you can come down here very lightly and bring them together. Very lightly, and it's amazing how it blends sometimes. You know, just like this shadow right here. It looks better when you back off from it. Yeah. And you know, I can try to improve this nose right here, but sometimes, you know, you're good at what you're good at, and you're not good at what you're not good at. Not everybody can be good at everything. I mean, thank God. You wouldn't really want to be, you know? Yeah, you wouldn't want to be. Now, the rest of this hair, you know? Mm. Mm. Now, finish these up. And then we can move on to something else. You know? Something else. Yep. Could move on to something else. There we go. Yep. Now, Don the contour of the face. And the lighterness where the little spots are. Nobody's perfect. You know, sometimes you leave spots that are a little bit too dark. You could make them darker, or you could put a little bit better outline on it, you know. So that you can see the contours of the shadow. You use a lot of light and dark, or you should. It's the illusion that you're trying to get, you know? Yeah. Thus up here. In the corners. See, sometimes you just need to press down a little harder on the pencil. And that way, you can make the lighter parts where the light is shining, and where the shadows are, you know, you see the contours. And by the same token, you can make the nose a little bit thinner. Shave it down a bit, you see? Make the tip a little bit more rounded by shading it. Right? Just like that. I think that's quite enough. Let's move on. A little bit more up here. Okay, let's move on to something else. Hello. Oh, thank you so much for the compliments. I'm trying to find some other videos to do. Oh yeah, I suppose we could finish this hair, you know. Sorry for the noise. The weekly garbage truck is outside. Jesus Barrera? I'm horrible at names. I mispronounce them all the time. Jesus Barrera? Oh, I am so bad. But yes. Well, good. I guess it could be worse. Sometimes there are some hard names on here. Hello, noob player. Oh, is that a game? I think that's, are you a gamer? I think that's a gamer. Noob player. I think that's a game. Or it's the name of someone that plays a game. So, am I wrong? I'm used to being wrong, so you're not going to hurt my feelings. You know, because I'll just be like, oh well, I'll try again. So, thank you for the compliments. I so appreciate it. And I like being on here. I'm trying to find other stuff to do on here live. Mm. Because sometimes drawing on here is not quite, um, it turns out not being as good as it would have if I didn't do it on here. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just better if I just usually, you're good at your art when you just do it, you know? But on here, I think the trajectory of looking at a screen versus looking at the real naked paper, you know what I'm saying? Not to be weird about it or anything. Well, this right here needs to be darker because it's a shadow of her face being against it. So yeah, maybe a little. Yeah, we did actually finish with this, but I think it could be a little bit better, maybe. I don't know. Sometimes it gets to the point where you need to just leave it alone. Sometimes, just round it a little bit more, a little better. Hmm. Yeah. See, sometimes it just gets to the point where you just need to leave it alone. My art teacher used to say. But it's like someone said to me, it's never finished. You'll always find something. Oh, this needs to be like this. But blending is a shadow thing, you know? Like you have the light up here. It's a shadow thing and it's a reflection. You got to figure out where the light's coming from. Sometimes, you know? It's a picky thing. We all have our picky things, you know? Huh. I used to think that you had to do the whole face, but you don't, because the shadows make up for it, I suppose. Hi. Anyway, thank you so much for being on here. And I will see you guys later. I keep saying that, but then I don't leave. But, huh, well, nah, The eyes could be better. And whoever said that was right. You're never finished. You're never finished. But there's some places that you shouldn't do the rest of. Hmm. Sometimes you can make a contour of the edges of the mouth, the corners. I've never really been good at it, like now. But sometimes I was told you got to be gentle because, yeah, you can mess it up a little. Uh, See, that's why they tell you it either needs something or it doesn't, but you're the artist, so you decide whether it needs something or not. And you can always use your eraser. If you get an eraser, you should use one that's named an ink eraser, because an ink eraser will erase better and it will erase charcoal. But that's all I know about that. Hi, Shadow. I had a. I shouldn't say this, but I don't mean anything by this. I certainly don't mean an insult or anything, but I had a pet named Shadow. Yeah. I'm not saying that you're an animal or anything. I just had a pet named Shadow. And I had, you forget about things over the years, but I really miss her. Yeah, she was a terrier. I really miss her. But anyway, hi, Shadow. Ah, I talk about the dumbest things. I am so sorry. If you've been on here on my live streams, I talk about the stupidest things. And I am so sorry. But hi, all you guys. Thank you for visiting. I will be back with something else. I think I've almost learned how to. Um, they have a thing on here where you can, well, like on fashion shows. I'm trying to learn how to have the fashion show be in the background, you know. But I can't figure out how I can. I was trying to have like fashion show where I could talk about it, but I can't quite figure out how to do that. But I'm trying, and I will come back on here with that, and I will do that because I think that would be fun. I don't really want to show my face and do it, but I could get into the narrating thing and talk about the fashions and stuff. You know, my opinion, stuff like that, you know. Yeah, I think that would be fun. It might not, it might get me in trouble, but hey, what are we if we can't, um, have an opinion, you know what I'm saying? Just saying. And yeah, I know I don't have to be ugly about it. YouTube wouldn't like that at all. But I don't intend on being ugly. Just, state my opinion about the fashions. I just, I think that would be so much fun to do that. So I'm trying to figure out how to do it. Okay? So, anyway, I will see you guys later. For real this time, I'm going because I'm done with this. And I will be back in a while with something else. Okay? Thank you guys for joining. I love all you peeps. You guys have a good day. And I promise I will be back.